People are losing their CLB because of PT core writing. This is where most people are failing time and time again, and this is happening because of some major mistakes which we'll cover in this video, starting with the first one, which is writing task 2 structure. This is your email, and this is task 2. Task 1 is the summary. Now, this is where you have to pay the most attention because here you have more weight. What you do in the email is going to determine if you're going to score a high CLB or a low CLB. And again, CLB for PT core is pretty high, so we'll talk about that in a second as well. That is one of our major points. Now, let's understand the structure because this is the major mistake. People usually don't understand the main components you need in the email. The first thing is your introduction, which is basically the purpose, the reason why you're writing this email. This is just a 1-sentence paragraph. When you start your intro, you just mention the purpose of my writing is, or today I'm writing because, and that is going to go in your first paragraph, which is your introductory paragraph. That's it, nothing else. You still want to save words. You can do 2 sentences here if you want, but you have a very short word limit, so don't say much here. You want to say much in this part. So your second component is your 3 bodies, which will be related to the 3 bullet points. So in the question, you're given 3 bullet points. All you got to do is make 1 body per bullet point. That's it. That will show the AI that you're answering each bullet point without missing any, and that'll show that you are on structure. The third thing is the conclusion. Again, 1 sentence is enough. If you want, you can do 2 sentences. This is where you follow up for a future appointment, thank them, or ask for a recommendation, give them a suggestion, whatever the topic is. You mentioned that in the last paragraph. So how many paragraphs do we have here? 5. 5 paragraphs show the AI that you're answering every question, you're doing the structures correctly, and you haven't missed any critical component of the PT core writing structure. Let's talk about the word limit. The question in task 2 says, write at least 100 words, but that means more than 100. How many more can we write? Not more than 120. The moment you exceed 120 words, it's clear as day mentioned in the marking criteria, you lose marks. So don't exceed the word limit. And also, you can write up to 90 words. That's fine according to the marking scheme. They say in the question, write at least 100, but you can do 90. 90 to 120, you're not losing any marks. Still, I recommend going 100 to 120, but even 90 to 100, you're okay. Anything below 90, you lose marks. Next thing is to understand that the total marks in PT core are from 90, and you need to score 88, 89, or 90 out of 90 to get a CLB 9. CLB 9 is the requirement for most of you for your Canadian immigration. So you need almost perfect scores in the PT core writing section. You can just miss it by 1 or 2 points. So it is pretty difficult, and that's why you just need really perfection everywhere. Grammar, vocabulary, structure, all those great things. A key problem in your summary question, which is task number 1, is missing key points. So a lot of times you look at the question and you're summarizing it. What happens is you miss some important information, and you want to do that because you're trying to summarize. You cannot put all information in there. However, you have to make sure you get some of the keywords from the passage and put them in your summary. If you do that, you will be showing the AI that you're not missing information. You're copying some information but paraphrasing most of it. Let me give you an example, and I'm going to do this with question number 2, task 2. This also applies to task 1, the strategy that we will be using. And here's the sample question. You can pause the video and read it if you want. I'm going to go over it a little bit faster. I'm going to focus more on the 3 bullet points in detail. Basically, they're building a park. You want to give some recommendations. So here are your 3 bullet points. And the first one says organizing regular community events and festivals. Next one is talking about incorporating eco-friendly infrastructure and amenities. And the last one is establishing a local wildlife preservation area within the park. When I answer this, I have to use my own wordings. I cannot copy this word to word. The problem with paraphrasing or using your own words is if you use words or phrases that are too distinct from what is written here, the AI might think you're not answering the question. The AI might penalize you on your task response, saying you're answering something completely different, while in reality, that's not the case. Now, how do you avoid it? Well, Here's the thing, when you're answering the first bullet point, organizing regular community events and festivals, don't change the words community events and festivals. I'm going to copy that as is, and I'm going to change the word regular because there are many ways I can paraphrase it. I could talk about how we should do it daily, occasionally, or on a schedule, etc. But I will copy these words right here as they are because I want to show the AI that I have answered them as they are here. Similarly, in bullet point 2, incorporating eco-friendly infrastructure and amenities, I am not going to change eco-friendly. Maybe the biggest variation I can have for it is environmentally friendly, and that's it. I'm not going to change this because the moment I say that it's going to help grow the trees, the AI might think that it's away from the task response and penalize me. I'm not going to let that happen. Instead of infrastructure and amenities, though, you can use words like parks, recreational areas, talk about the actual infrastructure, and that's good enough. Of course, you don't want to copy too much and you don't want to paraphrase too much. Similarly, establishing a local wildlife preservation area within the park, I'm going to use the words wildlife preservation area. And instead of within the park, I can say within the park's premises. Instead of local, I can say within the city, but I'm not going to change the main keywords. I will copy them because I want to show the AI I am on track. So the same thing applies for task 1 as well. When you're summarizing, copy some keywords to show the AI you're on track, but don't copy all of it. You want to paraphrase some as well and keep a good balance. By doing all these strategies, following them, you will stay on track and you will get a CLB 9, which is 88 points or higher. If you are struggling though in PT Core, check out our famous 15-hour PT Core self-paced course in the description. You can also comment if you have any questions or confusions. We'll help you out. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk soon.